How's it going there, Chicago Bears fans? It is your host here. Once again, it is Ryry here. And I am going to discuss about this matchup. Took place last night for Sunday Night Football between the Minnesota Vikings versus the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field. Now, probably you know or don't know that the original schedule that this game supposed to take place at noon, but the Bears are playing very good football, and same thing for the Minnesota Vikings, so they decided, the NFL, to put this game on prime time network, NBC, the time-wise, I love it. But anywho, the Bears won again. They won 4 in a row. They look very good. I'm very happy with this performance, especially the defense. Holy cow, this defense is the real deal, okay? How am I going to start this off? Let's discuss about the quarterback for the Bears, Mitchell. 20 out of 31. His passing yard was 165 yards. It could be way better, but the Vikings defense is 10 times better than Detroit Lions and etc. 5.3 average, 1 TD, 2 picks. So he's improving every single week. Okay. Once again, they didn't run the ball, and I think they should, especially this time of year. It's going to get colder and colder and colder. And another thing is, they can't air it out, go for long passes, especially if it's so freaking cold outside. Now, if they're inside, like in Detroit Lions Stadium or the Minnesota Vikings Stadium, that is different. Or maybe, I'll discuss that very soon. And the kicker for the Bears finally redeemed himself because he had a horrible performance last week. But last week it did not really matter in my opinion because it was a total blowout. So if he missed a few, big flipping deal. But if it was like last night, like last week, if it was very close, then it'd be a different story. Like the time the Packers versus Detroit, and the Packers kicker missed so many opportunities. The Packers should win that game against Detroit, but Detroit was a better team that day, but whatever. So Bears won this game 25-20. It seemed like the Vikings it seemed like the Bears defense got a little lazy towards the end, and Mitchell did some bad decisions late in the game, but a win is a win. Now the Bears got more wins than last year. Bears only wins they only won is 5-11 last year. So what a huge turnaround. New coaching staff, new players from other teams. So this is an awesome thing. I think the Bears are going to be the future. Well, not the future, but what I'm saying? This is a good thing. And also, they're very fun to watch again. A couple of years ago, under John Fox, 1 or 2 times they do an interception or pick 6. This defense really won the game for the Bears. Everyone for the Bears is doing their freaking part. Now the Bears gotta play on Thanksgiving again with Detroit Lions. Jesus, they just beat them a couple weeks ago. It happens with the schedule. 4-game winning streak. I'm getting ahead of myself. Still in first place. The Packers are really falling apart. Lions are really falling apart. But anything could happen in the next few weeks. And the Minnesota Vikings, they don't look good, especially on offense. Defense, they're clicking, So I guarantee the next time Bears and the Vikings, hopefully it'll be a closer game. And do you guys know that December 30th? No, actually it was December 31 last year, and this time it's going to be December 30th. We're going to play the Vikings in their stadium. Bears got their butt kicked last year, so hopefully it'll be a better game. So I'm very happy with the defense. Very, very happy. This defense is unbelievable. Now, I read on one of the websites that Bears have the odds is 5-1, I think, to win the Super Bowl. I guess that's the Vegas odds because they're doing very well. And everyone thought Mitchell would be a total bust. Knock on wood. That still could happen. Hopefully, that's not the case. Hopefully, Bears finally get their franchise quarterback. I already thought Jay Cutler would be the franchise quarterback, but he's never a happy camper. Like I mentioned week after week. I mentioned it last year. I mentioned it the year before. I mean, he's okay. But when it comes down to crunch time, he didn't give a crap. Instead of running the game, he keep airing it out. I know Mitchell makes mistakes. He's a second-year quarterback, and last year was his crappy rookie year. Because under John Fox. So I think Bears Nagy, head coach, should be coach of the year, and maybe Bears will be in the playoffs. Hopefully Bears could get 10 wins plus. We'll find out. They got some crappy teams coming up after Detroit. It's all down. Well, it's not really downhill. They got the Vikings one more time. They got the Packers one more time. They got the crappy, no offense, Niners. The Giants are crappy, but any of those games the Bears could lose. And it was a great atmosphere to watch this game. I guarantee. Oh yeah, we could play the LA Rams coming up sometime in December, and that is another primetime game. They announced that 2 weeks ago. That was gonna be an early game, but the Bears are playing good football. Same thing for the LA Rams. So I'm very happy, and I don't give up on a team. I don't give up. Okay, they had a horrible year the last few years, and I'm so glad the Bears are still in first place. So this wraps up from your awesome host here. It is Ryry. Bears fans, what part of the game did you like last night? The defense, special teams, the kicker actually made the kicks, extra point, and field goal, and they actually went for 2-point conversion. Wow, man. And then for some reason, the Bears defense just got lazy. You know what? We got a comfortable lead. There's no way in hell the Vikings are going to come back. Hey, they almost came back. They only lost by 5. The Bears should blow this team out. Now, I'd be not really mad, but I guarantee the Vikings fans will be very disappointed if Kirk Cousins can't give them over the top, take them over the top, because they were in a title game and they were this close to host the Super Bowl in their own stadium. Now, if they miss the playoffs, it'd be all on the coach and the coaching staff. That's all that happens. So this is going to be a very, very big challenge for the Bears for the rest of the season. I think the Bears are freaking back with the defense. Like I said before, this team is fun to watch once again. Hopefully one day one of the Bears players will have a kickoff return or a punt return. I love watching those, but they changed the rules this offseason. It's kind of stupid. And same thing with the field goal kickers and extra point. They changed the rules. Now it's not an easy gimme. It's very hard now, especially if the pressure's on. If it's like tied up or you're down by 1, the only way you can win the game is by a field goal. They are not gonna go for a freaking touchdown. Well, maybe. Nagy, in my opinion, should be coach of the year. This year is not over yet for football. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the Bears game yesterday, Bears fans. Are you very happy? Are you very impressed? I'm very impressed. They be a very legit team in the Bears division. Wow. Okay, that wraps it up. Have a good one, and I'll be back before you know it later. Go Bears for the rest of the season. Hopefully they could do something good on Thursday for the morning game, morning game later against Detroit Lions. Let's see if Bears could sweep